How's it going, everyone? Brian, Blue Crawler Hot Rods here. We're going to start on a run stand finally. Got my steel, my trusty Hazard freight saw, T-square, tape measure, and a pencil. Based on what I've seen on some other channels, the move is 4 foot long, 3 foot wide, and we're going to kind of go from there. I've already looked at some casters on Amazon that I think will work for the project. I need some, like, probably 4x4 square steel to go on each corner for the casters to attach to, and this piece here should be what I need for braces. I may need some other miscellaneous pieces to make some tabs and all, but other than that, we've got a good start here. So I'm gonna jump on it and get a move on. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and mark off 2 4-foot pieces here. One. Barely see that. Wonderful. Okay. Go ahead and use the T-square, get a good nice straight line. I'm gonna remeasure that because I can't even see the mark I made a minute ago. There it is. It's horrible. So, got my T-square set, and there we go. Nice crisp line that I can actually see. And I'm going to have to get something under it to prop it up here. That'll do. It's taller than that. Only I had something the right thickness. We're gonna go with that. Okay, I'm happy with that. Get it nice and square and secure. My cut still looks like it's going to be good-ish. Slight adjustment. Too much. Ugh. gonna go with that there. And then of course, safety third. One down. It's going to get a little tedious and boring, so I'm going to go ahead and put you on time lapse while I cut the other piece, and then we'll come back. So that was fairly simple. I've got my 2 pieces for the length. Now I need 2 to go across. I was hoping I was going to have a little more. Not so much. I'm not trying to buy anything here. This is stuff that was all given to me. So it's $3.99, my favorite price. So got about a 40-inch long piece. So that tells me I can get at least one 3-foot piece for the front. I'm gonna have to figure out where I want that to place the load, actually. So maybe I will do a 3-foot piece, tack it, and see what the overall width is, and then cut 2 pieces like that to kind of sandwich top and bottom on the rear. Or not, because of the caster wheels. So I'll probably have to cut one 3-foot long, shift it to the bottom, kind of go from there, and then maybe, yeah. Whew. So that's going to go on the front, now that I think about it. The rear is probably more imperative because I'm going to have a stanchion going up with a plate on it to grab the back of the bell housing. And then that's going to dictate where I'm going to put the engine mounts off of these, with a couple of tabs and kind of a couple of pieces of that swing. And have a pivoting mount on them so they'll fit 45 or 39 degree bank V8 engines. Hopefully I've got enough of that. That's a pretty good size stick. I may have to buy some 1x to build kind of a hoop to mount a radiator to, with an electric fan and such. So, alright, well, let's get my 3-foot piece cut here. And then we'll at least have that done, and I can think about the rest. But I think without spending any money to get another piece of this tubing, that's going to be the move. Go this way with it.
let's make this cut and then kind of brainstorm here and figure this out. Start trying to get the general layout going here. Okay. So if I bring it down here, that's kind of the basic deal. That's the back. I need something to come straight up with a plate to grab my bell housing. Somewhere in here I need a brace. So I want to put some like swinging arms that'll grab the engine. And then obviously I need something up here. So I think I'm gonna cut another 3-foot piece of that, even though it's smaller. It's same wall thickness tubing, and I will insert it in here for the front. I'm gonna need a brace for the center eventually. Boy, I almost feel like I need another, say like 6 to 8 foot piece of this, probably 6 foot would do me. Of this, maybe another 10-foot stick, I don't know. Then I'd have that stanchion for the back. I don't know, guys and gals. What do you think? I think I don't want to spend any extra money on this unless I absolutely have to. So I think we're gonna go with that long piece back there and just start making cuts and kind of making it all fit together. And maybe if I've got some left over, I can make some angled gussets for that centerpiece to strengthen it a little bit more. But all right, let me get back to measuring and cutting here and kind of move on from there. Okay, so got the welder out. I've cleaned that corner over there. Got my square. I'm gonna go ahead, square it up, throw a clamp on there, of course, make sure it's good and square. I'll pull a bead on it, and then I'll go around to the rest here and stitch it all in. That's probably gonna wrap it up mostly for today. I thought about it a little more. I actually have some casters. I've got to go find them and dig them out, so that'll save me buying those. And I may have some 1x. Actually, I got an old roll bar somebody cut out of a car. I may cut that up and use that to make it kind of a hoop in the front here to mount a radiator to, and take another little piece of roll bar, come up for a stand to gauge a switch panel, ignition box, things of that nature. I've already got a good radiator. I've already got some exhaust tubing off in the back over there, and manifolds, flanges, various things like that. I'm just kind of cobbling here a bit. It'll look decent, but it's not going to look like something you buy out of the catalog professional. The main thing is I don't want to spend any money if possible, and I just need it to serve its purpose. So I've bought some used carburetors from a friend of mine, very cheaply. He took good care of me. I'm going to buy that ignition box. I haven't been able to find a used MSD or Daytona Sensors. Daytona Sensors is a few miles from me, so I'm just going to go buy one in person when I'm ready. I've bought the intake manifold. That was $195 on Amazon. So hoping to be all in under $1,000 here, probably well under, because literally the things I've listed is what I've had to buy, meaning the ignition box, the carburetor. I'm going to need a kit to rebuild them, things of that nature. That stuff was free. I may need some paint and primer. The consumables with the welder and all that, well, it is what it is. I'm not using much, so I'm not really stressed out about what I'm using here today to do this. So without further ado, I'm going to get to work here and go ahead and get this wrapped up, put you all on time lapse, and camera may die. I'm around 40% right now. We'll see what happens, but hang in there with me, stay tuned. We're gonna keep moving along. I am gonna have to buy them plates because I don't think I have enough plate to make 4x4 plates, and then I've got to figure out what I need to grab the bell housing. But so yeah, $700-ish I should be all in, but that's counting the intake manifold and the ignition box. Those things notwithstanding, I'm going to be into it for probably less than $100. So all right, enough babbling, on to time lapse, and I'm going to get to work here. Okay, gotta love it when the battery dies on the GoPro. So it's tacked together. That's the basic gist of it. This is obviously going to be the rear with a stand up with a plate to grab my bell housing, as I said before. Two arms that pivot to grab the engine from that center. That's the front. I'll have a hoop for the radiator. I had to shut the camera off earlier because I ran out of welding gas. Luckily I got to back up a little guy, but didn't want to chance it today trying to go much further. So one thing, let's weld that corner, and I'm thinking this thing's welding like poo. I can't be that out of practice. So I stop, I check the tank, it's a no-go. Switch them out. That one, still not good. Got a little better, a little better, a little better, decent towards the end. It's like this is the first time I've done this or something. One observation, not an excuse. During the pandemic, it was hard to get certain materials. One of the things was welding wire for a while. All the shelves around here were bare. I even tried online, and some of the stuff I did get from online was just total crap. So I switched to 35 thousandths thickness from like 23, 25 prior to that, and I noticed I've had a harder time getting a nice bead. So when this runs out, I've got some Hobart on the bottom of the cart there, 24 thousandths. I'm gonna switch back to it, and hopefully it gets a little neater and cleaner like it used to for me. But there it is. Got the basic shape, got the arms and the one leg cut. Next time I work on this, hopefully I will have the plates. I'll dig those casters out, get that mounted. I'll work on the hoop for the radiator. I'll have to measure up a plate for the bell housing. I've got like a stock automatic 4L60E bell housing I took off a junk transmission out in LKQ one day, and should be able to wrap this up. I do believe I have some mechanical gauges kicking around. I may need some adapters from ICT billet to make them work with the LS. And of course that ignition box and the carburetors. So hopefully we're pretty much done with the month of January. Hopefully by the end of next month, with all the interruptions I've got going on, we'll have a complete stand. I'll grab that 6-liter I traded them Chevelle bucket seats for a couple months ago on here with the carburetor, and we'll fire it up and see how that one goes. And if it's good to go, I'm going to clean it up, and that one will be for sale. I'll have proof of life. So as always, thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and comment, good, bad, ugly, or otherwise. Always happy to hear from everybody sharing their experiences, or hey, even criticism. Sometimes it makes me laugh. So I'm going to end it off here. Thanks again.